What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't love the content, you can still do those things because you could help a brother out and a brother would help you out. Make sure that you comment because I love to have conversations in the comment section. I will definitely reply because ball is life. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our excellent videos. Lastly, hang on towards the end of this video so that you will be suggested some excellent videos, again, excellent, that we know you will love. LeBron on ring culture. This is part 3. Charles Barkley jumps into the fray. Now, he mentioned Charles Barkley. He said, we don't talk about players like Charles Barkley like they're great. That's a lie. Nobody ever said Charles Barkley wasn't nice. There's just a hierarchy and there's levels to it. Understand what I'm saying, bruh? There's levels to it. There's just levels to it. Now, as far as Charles Barkley is concerned, LeBron doesn't even like Charles Barkley, which is why I think it's funny that he mentions him. It is funny. But when you need to make a point, and your point is reaching to the highest level, you're going to do whatever you can to fight, scratch, and claw to make that point, I guess, LeBron. But the thing you got to realize here is that he mentions Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley knows his place in the pantheon of greats. He's a part of that pantheon, no doubt. But he, unlike LeBron, is able to accept where he is in that pantheon. And that's realistically the biggest problem with LeBron James. He doesn't understand where he falls in all of this. He doesn't get it. And he doesn't want to get it because narcissists don't like to admit the truth. But listen to what Charles Barkley said. He understands how his career unfolded and he understands where that places him.
But those are the rules. Mm-hmm. It's like my rules. Hey, I'm in the Hall of Fame, but I'm in a different wing than the guys who won the championship. Mm. I mean,
still in the Hall of Fame, though.
I know, but I'm saying, though, Jack, hey, I understand. Mm-hmm. I understand the rules. Like, Charles are great. Karl Malone's great. Patrick Ewing's great. They're not at the table with Magic, Bird, LeBron, Kobe. It's levels to this. Mm. And I ain't mad at that. I understand that. Mm-hmm. Now, if I could have won a championship, I can go across the room. But the rules are the rules. We have to play by the rules. And this ain't got nothing with on TV who get paid to talk. Mm-hmm. We talking about players.
Right.
We talking about players. We understand, hey, I'm not at the table with Bird and Magic and those guys. Hey, yeah, am I a great player? Yes, I am. I understand that. But there are...
At the end there, he's basically saying that there are levels, but essentially, this is Charles Barkley. This is why I have a lot of respect for people like Charles Barkley and why I have a hard time having respect for people like LeBron James. He cannot admit, and it's almost... Listen, no disrespect to women. But when you're losing when a woman's losing an argument, she's not gonna just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." Most of the time, that's not how they're built, man. They don't just be like, "Yeah, you're right." That's rare. You have to build so much, camaraderie with that, and it's got to be a wife, I'm guessing, in all likelihood, or your sister's not gonna say that to you. It's gonna be hard to get that from your mother or somebody like that. That's a little, Actually, that's not true. With your mom, you could probably get that. Mom, you kind of did that. You might be right. Because you've built up a lot of time with your mom and she loves you unconditionally. But women, most of the time, they're not going to just say they're wrong. And LeBron, to me, that's the type of quality and energy that I'm getting. Charles Barkley straight up said, listen, there's a different table, and I have to understand that. I didn't win the ring. If I could have won one, yeah, I'd be running across the room doing all this stuff, but I didn't. And LeBron, he even mentioned, has a ring. What LeBron is crying about is that you don't think, and I know he's not better than Kobe Bryant. He's not better than Michael Jordan. He's not better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's not better than Magic or Duncan in my book. And one day I'll do my top 10. But for now, I'm going to hold on to that until, I feel like once my channel gets a little bit bigger, that would be a great conversation to have because more people would be interested. I don't want to give away the tea too early. You know what I mean? Kind of like a movie. You got to hold it. Hold on to that. But Charles Barkley gets it, man. He gets it. He's a great player. Nobody will dispute that he's great, but there's a different level when you win the rings. If Michael Jordan says, yo, Charles, I got 6, you ain't got none, and I beat you in the finals, he kind of has to take that. Now he can focus on something else and be like, that's cool, but you suck at golf and I beat you last week. And that'll piss Michael Jordan off too. That'll make him mad. But, you know, you can't just go with the ring argument. It's not going to work against Mike. It's too late for that. You know, it's too late for that. But what I respect is that Charles Barkley gets that. He gets it. LeBron can't accept the fact that he's not those guys. And one of the people that the two people he tries to bash the most, the biggest two detriments to his greatness in his mind is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And he has to bash them down. And the thing that people glorify the most about those two guys is the winning attitude, the leadership, and the rings. We know they have accolades because they were already great, but it's those things that bothers him the most. And the one that he decided to go at this time was the rings. And he has 4, but the problem is not just the 4. If LeBron just had 4 rings and no finals losses or only 2 finals losses, that's honestly a different conversation. It is. But he's 4-6, which means when he had one of the best teams in the league and he was getting to the finals, he couldn't close the deal 6 times. That's terrible. You can't be compared to a guy like Mike and Kobe that would have gave their left arm to win a championship. Especially when they get to the promised land in the finals. You know? And that's what it is. And Kobe Bryant, late great Kobe Bryant said, in Lakerland, we don't care about conference banners. We hang championships. That's what it is. So there is the ring culture is the culture, and that's the rules, like Charles Barkley said. The rules aren't changing because one guy couldn't get it done the same way the other guys could get it done. So you either match that standard or you shut your mouth and you become okay with your place in the pantheon of great players. You are one of the greatest ever, LeBron. Nobody's taking that from you. You're in my top 10, but there's still levels to that. You need to accept your place, man. That's really what you need to do. And people, oh, who is you? You're not a billionaire, not this. Fine. You can call me whatever you want. I'm speaking for the people. There's billions of people. We all are witnessing this stuff. And we're listening to this man cry about ring culture. But like Charles Barkley said, those are the rules. And I'll add this again. We're not changing all the standards in history and all the rules for one person. That should never be the rule. That should never be the rule. There has to be standards. And LeBron, for where you want to be, for what you were trying to do, I'm sorry. You didn't match that standard. Even Kobe Bryant, who didn't get that 6th ring, trying to chase Michael Jordan, he said, listen, at the end of my career, I gave it everything I could. I left nothing on the table. Even he had to come to the realization that I wanted to be the greatest without question, but I didn't quite get there. When are you going to wake up, LeBron, and realize that maybe you have to come to terms with your own reality and fate? Maybe one day you'll get it. Maybe one day you'll grow up and stop crying and complaining about the rules and how they've always been, that everybody else played for and every standard that everybody else played to. But all of a sudden for you, it needs to be different. Lowering the standards, not on my watch. Thank you very much for listening to this video. I greatly appreciate you. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit up the comment section because I love to have conversations with people. I will definitely reply to you because ball is life. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our powerful and impactful videos on these nonsensical narratives that people be trying to throw out. And make sure at the last possible thing that you do when watching this video is that you hold on and check out some of the suggested videos that I promise you'll love, especially if you love this one. Thank you very much for your time. I'm very appreciative, very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over leaving me. And when you feel like